Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Red Dress Treasures. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make homemade green bean and butternut squash baby food. So let's get started. You want to make sure you rinse really thoroughly. I do not use any kind of soaps on my produce. Some people can, I guess. I just prefer not to. There are some brands of soaps that you can use to like wash like tomatoes, apples, and butternut squash. I just prefer to use water. And you want to make sure you rinse really good. And don't put too much in your strainer to where you can't, turn them around. And then just wash real good. You can kind of, if you see any dirt or anything, just kind of, use your fingers and scrub as you go. That's what I do. Or you can use both hands. Doesn't matter. Now that the butternut squash and the green beans are thoroughly washed, it's time to start peeling the squash and cutting the green beans into smaller chunks for puree. You can use organic vegetables if you want to, but I'm just using natural butternut squash and natural green beans because they didn't have any organic available at the food line around the corner that I go to. You can buy frozen butternut squash already cut up if you want to. And you can also buy frozen green beans. I just prefer to use fresh vegetables. After the squash has been peeled, you'll want to scoop out these seeds. You can save the seeds for planting in your garden later, or you can put them in your compost, or if you have chickens, you can feed them to your chickens. They're a natural worming agent. Now that the seeds are scooped out, you'll want to cut into roughly 1-inch chunks. This is my faithful companion, Mr. Buttons, who you will see in a lot of my videos. He likes to sniff the squashy. So there's the squash, and once I get done peeling, cutting, and scooping out these seeds, now that the butternut squash is cubed and ready to cook, I'm going to add in some water. You can add in basically enough to get it good and steamed. I am using a Ninja brand pressure cooker. It can steam and make yogurt and do all kinds of things. And this is what I've currently been using. You can steam your vegetables on the stove, or you can even roast them, but I like my power pressure cooker, and it seems to work very well. So now that we've got that done, I am going to turn it on. This is a way that I am going to be doing mine. It says steam, slow cook, yogurt, sear, saute. I am going to be doing pressure. It has a high and a low setting. I'm going to set it to low. And then since we're doing butternut squash, which is a thicker type of vegetable, I am going to set my timer for 30 minutes. So next we're going to get the lid, and let me turn this thing. You're going to make sure that the lock is right there and your seal is on the other side, or where the steam comes out, that is, the vent, whatever it's called. I'm going to make sure it's in place right. Sometimes it can take a few tries. And then you can lock it. And then you're going to want to make sure this is on seal. And then it's ready to go. It will beep when the 30 minutes is up. And then you're going to press the start button here. I will come back when it's done. The power pressure cooker is building up pressure, and that takes about 10 minutes. And while it's doing that and cooking the butternut squash, I'm going to start cutting the ends off the green beans. Green beans are cut, ready to go into the pressure cooker, and it just beeped, so I am going to undo the seal here to vent. I don't know if you can see the steam, but it takes a few minutes for it to go all the way down. And then we will lift the lid and see how it turned out. Time to take the lid off and see how it did. You'll want to be careful. I always pull the lid back this way so that the steam goes out that way. And then you don't burn your hand. Here's our butternut squash. And I will test and see if it's tender enough to puree. And it is. Just gonna test again here. Perfect. Now you'll want to drain the liquid, but remember to save it because you'll need some of it to puree your squash. The squash has been drained and is now in my blender. This is a Ninja brand. Of course, now you can see that Ninja is one of my favorite brands of kitchen accessories. And now we're going to put some of this liquid into the squash. The water or liquid that you save from steaming or your vegetables is very nutrient dense, so you do not want to throw it out. I'm going to take a pot holder, because it's hot, and I'm going to pour some of it into my squash. Depending on what kind of puree you're making, like for your baby. Depends on like how much you want to puree it. Like for my baby, Mary Kay is a little over 4 months old, so I'm gonna be doing stage 1 baby puree, so it needs to be no lumps, like very liquidy. But if you're doing stage 2, you can have a little more lumpy, and then of course there's stage 3 and on, da da da, and you want it more chunky. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna blend this up, and then I will come back. Here it is done, being blended up, and as you can see, very smooth. No chunks, no lumps. Perfect. I have ice cube trays here, and I'm going to pour my squash mixture into the ice cube trays and then freeze. And then 24 hours later, I will take the cubes out and put them in a plastic bag and store them in the freezer. Ice cube trays are really nice because you can put like individual servings, like you know, a couple tablespoons or so into each little cube setting, and it makes like perfect little meals for your baby. Here it is, finished, and that is it for the butternut squash, and I will get back to the beans next. The green beans you would do basically the same as the squash as far as cooking. You would put them in the pressure cooker, but you would do less time. So like I would do 10 to 12 minutes. And then drain the liquid and save the liquid and put a little bit in your green beans and blend it up the same as you did the squash. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will be posting more videos on things that I do and recipes and all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye.